2025 might be the year of ultra-slim smartphones, with big brands racing to create the thinnest flagship device. Samsung has already teased the Galaxy S25 Edge, expected to launch in April, while Apple is working on the iPhone 17 Air set to arrive later this year. But surprisingly, a lesser-known brand might actually outshine them both in the slim smartphone competition. Just ahead of MWC 2025, one of the biggest tech events in the world, Chinese brand Tecno has revealed the Spark Slim, which claims to be the world's thinnest smartphone. What makes it even more impressive is that it packs a 5,200 mAh battery while being just 5.75 millimeters thick. On top of that, it features dual 50-megapixel cameras, making it a strong contender in the ultra-thin category. However, there's a big catch. The Spark Slim is still just a concept. While Tecno plans to showcase demo units and MWC, there's no official launch date, and there's a real chance this phone may never hit store shelves. If history is any indication, many concept devices don't always make it to production. For example, Tecno's ultra-thin trifold phone from last year was an exciting reveal, but it never became a real commercially available product. Still, the specifications of the Spark Slim are impressive. It features a 6.78-inch AMOLED display with curved edges, offering a sharp 1224 resolution and a smooth 144 Hz refresh rate. The screen is also said to be incredibly bright, reaching a peak of 4,500 nits, which is higher than most flagship devices. The front camera is a 13-megapixel sensor placed within a small punch hole cutout. Inside, the 4.04mm thick battery supports 45-watt fast charging, and while the camera bump does add some thickness, the phone remains impressively compact overall. At just 5.75 millimeters thick, this device is an engineering achievement, especially considering its battery size. For comparison, the upcoming Galaxy S25 Edge is rumored to be around 6 millimeters thick and will likely feature a 4,000 mAh battery. That means Tecno has managed to fit a significantly larger battery in a thinner design, which raises the question, how did they do it? The answer lies in advancements in battery technology, specifically the use of silicon-carbon batteries. This new battery type allows for higher energy density while keeping the overall size compact. A similar approach was seen in the OnePlus 13, which used silicon-carbon technology to fit a massive 6,000 mAh battery without making the phone too bulky. By using this innovation, Tecno has managed to push the limits of smartphone design, at least in terms of what's possible on paper. Meanwhile, Apple's upcoming iPhone 17 Air is also expected to be one of the thinnest smartphones ever, with reports suggesting it could measure around 5.5 millimeters at its thinnest point. However, Apple is unlikely to include a battery as large as Tecno's Spark Slim. Apple's focus has always been on optimizing software efficiency rather than just increasing battery size. Samsung might be taking a bold step with its latest flagship lineup. While the Galaxy S25 series was already expected, the surprise reveal of the Galaxy S25 Edge at the Galaxy Unpacked 2025 event left many with more questions than answers. Samsung showed off the device but didn't mention its specifications, price, or release date. Now, new leaks suggest when people might finally get their hands on it. According to a report from Korea's SE Daily, the Galaxy S25 Edge is set to launch on April 16, 2025, with availability starting in May. The phone will reportedly come in 3 colors: black, blue, and silver. As for pricing, the report claims it will be slightly more expensive than the Galaxy S25, which suggests Samsung is positioning it as a premium alternative to the standard model. What's particularly interesting is the limited production run. The report states that Samsung is manufacturing only 40,000 units initially. This is a relatively low number for a flagship device, signaling that the company might be testing the market before committing to mass production. It could also mean that Samsung is unsure about the demand for this model, since it is the first time the brand has launched such a variant. Limited availability could either drive up excitement or leave potential buyers frustrated if stock runs out too quickly. In terms of hardware, the Galaxy S25 Edge is expected to share most of its specifications with the Galaxy S25 Plus. However, there will be 2 key differences: the camera system and the device's thickness. Unlike the Galaxy S25 Plus, which features a triple camera setup, the S25 Edge will have only 2 rear cameras. Samsung has reportedly opted for a 200-megapixel main camera paired with a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. While this setup might seem like a downgrade compared to the S25 Plus, the inclusion of a high-resolution primary camera could still deliver excellent results. The ultra-wide camera will allow users to capture broader scenes, making it a useful addition for landscape photography and group shots. The second major difference is the design. The Galaxy S25 Edge is said to be much slimmer than the S25 Plus, which could be a key selling point for those who prefer a sleek, lightweight device. A thinner body usually means a smaller battery, but Samsung might have found a way to maintain battery efficiency through optimizations in software and hardware. If Samsung can balance battery life and a thinner profile, the S25 Edge could attract users who want a premium feel without the bulk of larger flagship devices. Samsung's decision to launch a device like the Galaxy S25 Edge is an interesting one. It's not often that a smartphone brand releases a variant with fewer cameras and a slimmer design while keeping the core specifications intact. This could indicate that Samsung is experimenting with a new segment, offering a stylish flagship for users who care more about aesthetics and portability rather than having multiple camera sensors. If the strategy works, Samsung might expand this lineup in the future. The key question now is whether the limited production and slightly higher price tag will make the Galaxy S25 Edge an attractive option for consumers. Is Samsung playing it too safe with the Galaxy Z Flip 7? With the launch of the Galaxy S25 behind us, all eyes are now on Samsung's next big product reveal, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. While early leaks have suggested that the Fold 7 could see some design changes, the latest renders of the Flip 7 suggest that Samsung isn't making any major upgrades. So what exactly has changed, and is it enough to justify upgrading? Let's start with the design. Based on leaked dimensions, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 is slightly bigger than its predecessor. It measures 166.6 by 75.2 by 6.9 millimeters when unfolded, compared to the Flip 6, which came in at 165.1 by 71.9 by 6.9 millimeters. This means the new model will be slightly taller and wider, but its thickness remains unchanged. When folded, it is expected to be nearly 15 millimeters thick, just like the previous version. One noticeable upgrade is in the display size. The inner display is increasing from 6.7 inches to 6.8 inches, and the cover display is going from 3.4 inches to 3.6 inches. These changes might not seem like a huge jump, but they could improve the overall user experience, making the outer screen more useful for quick interactions. However, despite these minor adjustments, the core design remains very similar. Many foldable phone users have been hoping for a slimmer design, but Samsung appears to be sticking with the same thickness. This could be disappointing for those expecting a more refined or compact form factor. Now let's talk about the cameras. According to leaks, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 will feature the same 50 megapixel main camera and 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera as the Flip 6. While Samsung may introduce some software-based enhancements, there doesn't seem to be any significant hardware upgrades. This suggests that Samsung is prioritizing other areas or perhaps playing it safe by not making big changes. A big question remains. Will the Flip 7 be heavier than its predecessor? While we don't have official details on its weight yet, any increase in size could potentially lead to a heavier device. This is something users will want to keep an eye on, especially if they value a lightweight and portable foldable phone. With these minimal changes, the Flip 7 feels more like a refinement rather than a true upgrade. Samsung seems to be sticking with a tried and tested design while making only minor adjustments. For users who already own the Flip 6, this may not be a compelling reason to upgrade. However, for those new to foldable phones, a Flip 7 could still offer a stylish and functional experience with its larger displays and familiar design. So, is this enough? Should Samsung have pushed for bigger changes, or is a small upgrade still worthwhile? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech updates.